Everyone, today we're heading to the skies of World War II with the Royal Air Force. Britain fielded some of the most iconic aircraft of the war, from the rugged Hurricane to the legendary Spitfire, the powerful Tempest, the daring Swordfish, the heavy bomber Lancaster, and the versatile Mosquito. Each of these planes played a vital role in defending Britain and striking back at the enemy. Let's dive in and explore their stories together. In 1937, the Hurricane entered service. It wasn't flashy, but it was rugged, simple to repair, and built to fight. The RAF didn't need elegance. It needed a machine that could protect the skies. Summer 1940. The Luftwaffe launched wave after wave over England. The Hurricane rose to meet them, intercepting bombers, breaking formations. Over 1,500 enemy aircraft were down by hurricanes. It wasn't in the spotlight, but was always there. Western Europe, North Africa, Russia, wherever the war spread, the Hurricane followed. Fighter cover, ground attack, convoy defense. It flew missions Spitfires couldn't. Reliable, adaptable, relentless. Its strength wasn't just in firepower, but in coming home. Easy to fix, tough under fire. Many Hurricanes limped back to base, patched up, and flew again the next day. Pilots trusted it with their lives. There were no statues, no movies, but records speak louder. The Hurricane scored more kills than any RAF fighter in the war. It didn't shine, it delivered. It looked like it belonged in the air. An elegant elliptical wing, a light frame powered by a Rolls-Royce Merlin. This wasn't just a machine, it was art flying. In 1940, German bombers came for Britain. Outnumbered, RAF pilots rose to meet them. But the Spitfire turned tighter, climbed faster. It held its own against the Bf 109. The Luftwaffe failed to gain control of the skies, and Germany canceled the invasion. From MK.I to MK.24. Over 20 versions, each better than the last. Interceptors, fighter bombers, recon planes. Its role changed, but its spirit never did. You could measure speed, range, kill counts. But that's not what people remembered. It was the silhouette against the clouds. The sound over London. The symbol that said, "We're still here," among steel machines. The Spitfire looked alive. Its wings defended skies. In morale, was it the best fighter? Hard to say, but it was without question the most beloved. Late in World War II, something new screamed through the skies. The German Me-262 jet fighter. Faster than anything, except one. The RAF had one answer. The Hawker Tempest. Tempest was built from the bones of the Typhoon. A massive engine, streamlined wings. Not for high-altitude duels, but low-level speed, brutal firepower, and raw acceleration. It didn't just fly, it surged, and that made it fast enough to hunt jets. The V, one flying bomb, flew nearly the speed of sound. Unmanned, deadly, Tempest shot down more than any other plane. Sometimes they couldn't shoot, so they'd tip it midair with their wings. One wrong move, and both explode. Me-262s could outrun everything, but they had to land sometime. Tempest pilots waited, then struck on approach. It wasn't fair, but it worked, and more than one jet was lost to a well-timed ambush. The Tempest didn't just fight. It kept the skies open long enough for victory. A prop-driven machine chasing down the future and holding it back just a little longer. It was the last word in piston power, the last great hunter. Fabric wings, 2 sets of them, an open cockpit. The Swordfish looked like a museum piece, but it flew in World War II, and it won. No one believed in it, but it didn't need belief. It just needed a torpedo. 1940, Taranto, Italy. Swordfish biplanes took off at night, heading for a harbor filled with Italian battleships. Low, slow, silent. Then, boom, 3 battleships crippled. The age of the carrier had begun. The German battleship Bismarck was unstoppable until a Swordfish, yes, a biplane, put a torpedo right into its rudder. Suddenly, the ship couldn't steer. That slow little plane changed everything. You couldn't shoot it down. Seriously, it flew so slowly, anti-aircraft guns missed. Their predictors were calibrated for faster targets. The Swordfish dodged death by crawling. Outdated? Yes. Ridiculous looking? Absolutely. But it sank warships. It rewrote naval strategy. And it did it all with canvas wings and courage. That's not a relic. That's a legend. While the world turned to steel, Britain built a warplane from wood. Light, quiet, and faster than fighters. They called it foolish. But once it flew, it outran doubt itself. Early Mosquitoes had no guns. Just bombs and confidence. They flew low, struck fast, and returned before enemy fighters could react. Berlin, daylight, no losses. Destruction with precision and silence. With rockets and cannons. The Mosquito FB could destroy convoys and trains. Even shoot down enemy aircraft. A bomber that didn't just escape. It turned and fought. Reconnaissance, night fighting, electronic jamming, pathfinding. The same plane over and over, changing its face with each mission. The Mosquito didn't just serve. It adapted. 7,700 built. 6 combat roles. Thousands of missions. And one of the highest survival rates in the war. The wooden wonder wasn't lucky. It was right. The Avro Lancaster, Britain's main heavy bomber. For engines, massive wings. Built for one job, long-range night bombing. Not flashy, not fast, but it flew through darkness, carrying 10 tons of destruction. 1943, Operation Chastise. Lancasters flew low over water to drop a new kind of weapon. Bouncing bombs. They skipped across the surface and slammed into German dams. It didn't break the war, but it broke the rules. The Lancaster could carry the Grand Slam. A Distelbomb, used to collapse bunkers, bridges, U-boat pens. It wasn't about precision. It was about force. And the Lancaster had plenty. The Lancaster flew hundreds of missions. Berlin, the Ruhr, Hamburg, even a controversial raid on Dresden. The targets were industrial, but the destruction was total. And the crews knew the risks every time. Lancasters didn't win the war by themselves, but they wore down, hit after hit. They weakened Germany's war machine, night by night. Not a symbol of glory, but a tool of pressure. And that was enough. And that's our look at 6 legendary British aircraft of World War II. From fighters to bombers, each one carried its own story of courage, innovation, and resilience. Which of these RAF planes is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we explore more stories from the skies of history.
Please subscribe to our channel and give it a thumbs up.